Recording is on. Okay, now. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so that's the main purpose of foreign currency revaluation. In order to see a true balance sheet, in order to see a true balance sheet, we normally do a transaction called foreign currency revaluation. What happens with this? Basically, it considers the revalued figure on the last day of the month. This is going to be one of the month end activities, and it calculates and gives us a journal entry. This journal entry is going to be a provisional entry, and the same thing will get reversed on the first day of the next month if we don't specify anything in the transaction. So that gets reversed. So this is what we call it as unrealized gain or loss. Okay, and similarly, so basically the foreign currency revaluation is valuated. This transaction will revalue the amount of foreign currency transactions into the local currency. It means suppose if our currency is USD, and if we post any transactions in AUD, what it does is on 31st of particular month, on the last day of the particular month, it checks the revised exchange rate between these two things, and gives us a general entry. So this is going to be a provisional entry, unrealized gain or loss, and that will get reversed on the next day of the first month. Now, what is this foreign currency translation? Foreign currency translation. We have seen a concept called foreign currency revaluation, but there is a different concept called foreign currency translation. Why do we require this? This is basically we use in the case of parallel currencies. Apart from our company code currency, if we have global currency, let's say this is our global currency. Why do we require global currency? If at all we have any group reporting, then this global currency will help us. Whatever the transaction we post in any transaction, system will convert the transaction into a global currency. The purpose of the global currency is to view our financial statements or any other reports in the foreign currency in the group valuation. It means combining all the company codes. We can see our financial statements or any reports at a group level. For that reason, we normally create a group currency and group company code. Okay, so group company code is nothing but a company, right? Now, the point is, if you have a group currency in your list of currencies, it means apart from your company code currency, if we have a group currency, it's nothing but global currency. If we have a group currency or global currency, then all the transactions, whatever are we posting, our daily transactions, all will get converted into group currency. So that at any given point of time, if I want to see my financial statements or any other reports at a group level, I can use this group currency or global currency to view my reports properly. Suppose I'm posting a transaction in AUD. As soon as we post a transaction in AUD, that gets converted into company code currency along with the global currency, group currency. So system automatically does all these transactions. What about the month-end calculation of the foreign currency? Now, earlier we did calculate the foreign currency valuation using that all the foreign currency transactions which are there as on the last day of the particular month will get reevaluated and will get updated in the company code currency. It gets updated only in the company code currency when we run the foreign currency revaluation. But this foreign currency translation is used if you want to see your true value at the global currency. It means though it is a provision entry, though it will be it will get reversed on the first day of the next month, but still if you want to see your true value balance sheet at a global currency, you need to run foreign currency translation. So most of the companies don't use this foreign currency translation. I mean, almost 80% of companies don't use foreign currency translation. Very few companies go by this foreign currency translation. Okay, it is just similar to that of foreign currency revaluation, foreign currency valuation, but in the foreign currency valuation, the foreign currency will get converted into a company code currency, whereas here foreign currency translation, all the transactions, I mean the revised value provision entries will get converted into global currency, group currency. That is the purpose of foreign currency translation. This requires a few steps in the configuration front. Let's run those things. Let's see how the transaction, I mean, how the currencies will get converted into global currency.
So the Nanda,
Mhm.
this foreign currency translations only require if you are running the group level uh, financial statement.
Mhm.
Otherwise, there is no point of configure these translations, right?
Right,
Oh, okay, all
right.
right.
Yeah. So, okay. So let's see the configuration relating to this. Okay. I'm going into SPRO. Okay. So the other day we have seen valuation methods. The valuation method we are using is always valuate. Okay, we'll use the same thing now and define valuation areas. Here we have created one valuation area for our company code currency. I want to I want to create one more valuation area for my group currency. So I'm just selecting the same thing, copying it, and I'll say V2 EVR. And instead of company code currency, what I will say here, I'll put 30. Now, in the case of group currency, financial statement version is important. If you don't assign financial statement version, then system will not calculate, system will throw up an error. So for that reason, we require financial statement version. So select our financial statement version 1248. Okay, and just save. Or you can directly you can go and create a new entries. I've just copied because there is no change at all. Okay, so what I've done here, earlier we have created V1 for local currency, I mean company code currency, and we have created one more V2 valuation area for our group currency. Okay,
Nanda, how come we are not assigning financial statement version for V1?
it is not required, but only in the case of group currency it is required.
Okay, and what about if we wanted to define as a hard currency too?
Yes, even in that
Can
case
we do
also
that?
you will have to create. You just have to create one more valuation area and keep the currency type as 40, 60, whatever you want.
But does it really require to just define hard currency as well, or not really?
That is totally depends on the business requirement. It totally requires.
Yeah,
It totally depends on the
oh, I see. Okay, but for the group, I can understand it is for a consolidations, but for
correct.
hard currency, usually we don't require, right?
But still, at a country level, if you want to see something else, right, at a country level, you can say that. Our hard
Okay.
currency, you can see at Asia Pacific, or European countries, or North America. If you want to have a segregation in that, you can do.
Mostly, like hard currency is used if there are some country which has highest level of inflation or fluctuations in the foreign currency in their local currency, right? That is the time we most of the time use the hard currency.
I'm not sure about this concept, but basically, if at all you have, operations like,
Mm.
we have company code, a large company we have it set up in US, but it is very difficult for us to operate all the transactions from US. So what we will do, we'll set up one branch kind of thing in Singapore. So Singapore will take care of all the Asia Pacific related company codes. So all those company codes which are there in Asia Pacific will not be reaching out yes for any clarification. They directly go and hit the Singaporean, the company, so that they get the complete. It's kind of, the global operations. So in such case we will use hard currency. That's totally depends. I mean, as you said, right, it is a requirement from the business. Okay, so we have created another valuation area for group currency. Next, check assignment of accounting principle to ledger group. We'll have to make sure whether the accounting principles are linked to ledger group. Just execute. Okay, so here our the ledger group is 0L. Whatever we have, so we are using gap, okay, for 0L. So just check this accounting principle, and this accounting principle should be linked to our valuation area. So assign valuation area and accounting principle. Even if you don't assign, system will throw up an error. Okay, this is important. So I can just select this thing, or I can go into new entries. I can select V2 and I will say gap. Just say back. Next, prepare automatic postings for foreign currency valuations. If you just go here and KDF, our chart of accounts is 1248, and here we have selected the exchange rate realized gain or loss, and this is what unrealized gain or loss, and this is we used in the case of translation. There are two ways actually to maintain the translation. I mean, this is not that much required in the case of translation. We have one more configuration step where normally we maintain our exchange gains or loss. Of course, it's going to be the same. Whatever the loss or gain we will consider here, the same thing will be considered over there. Okay, so this is an optional, the configuration, but if you want, we can maintain here also. I'm just saying 440 in the case of loss and gain, but in the case of adjustment, just saving back. Now here, this is important. Define account determination for currency translation. Path is same. just execute. Now here we are considering a chart of accounts, we are considering our valuation area, and we are also considering our financial statement version. So in valuation area, we have to select our valuation area, which is nothing but a group. We have created one valuation area for group currency. Select the same thing. And in financial statement version, select our financial statement version. Just enter. Okay. So go to new entries. See here, financial statement item. Which item do you want to consider? Within the financial statement version, you may have multiple these things. Okay, these are all the items. Do you want to consider any one of these items, or how do you want to do? Okay, so I just want to consider all my balance sheet, then I can select this 8. Within the financial statement version, we have different items. Let me just go and show you that. I'm opening another screen, OB58. Here, this is financial statement version. I'm just going into financial statement items, FS items. You see here balance sheet and profit and loss account. Within the balance sheet, we have assets and liabilities. And within fixed assets, we have different items. So each one of them will be having one financial statement item that will be created automatically based on this setting. So if you go here, you have an option auto items keys. With this with this step, it automatically creates the financial statement item will be created automatically. If you don't select this, we will have to enter that manually. So normally we will select this as automatic, and we can see here in this. It means for each of them, you can see a different item. Okay, so balance sheet, this is for balance sheet, and you can see under this, you can see assets and liabilities. Within the assets, we can see multiple items. For each of them, you can see one item that will be created automatically. Now, if you see over here, and when I'm selecting here, I see 8 here. Now I can extend this further. For assets, I have 10. Again, if I extend further, I can see. So under fixed assets, we don't have subgroup. We have GLs assigned under sub asset under this fixed asset. So in that way, you don't have another hierarchy here to expand. If you see over here, under fixed assets, you have directly GLs assigned, right? So you don't have another thing to expand. So because of that, you don't have further expansions and you don't have further item number. You can select the relevant one where you have 125. So we have created one GL 125, right? So you can create 125 directly here, or you can just select 8 or whatever you want to consider. I'm just selecting 8 here. I want to consider all my balance sheet items. Okay, all my balance sheet items are, I can create one more here for profit and loss. I can do that also. Or if I say the selection is only possible for financial statement version item. Okay, sorry, I think I've selected this thing, right? Okay, so if I select here, then I can see financial statement item for balance sheet and this financial statement items for profit and loss account. Or if I want to go further extension, I can select 14 here and I can select 15, so on. I can do that. I can do multiple items. Okay. Or you can just select one balance sheet, one profit and loss account, so that it takes care of everything. So exchange rate type M I'm selecting now. Now M, exchange rate type M. Okay. And or you can ignore. I don't think I think it is a required entry only. Okay, fine. So what is our balance sheet adjustment account? That's going to be 1248. Balance sheet adjustment account. It is 121. Next, valuation loss, unrealized gain or loss, 1,40,000, 4,40,000. So since we are using this, I mean euro currency, right? I think we will have to consider currency. Yeah. So I'm just saving. So it means I want to consider all my exchange rate type, whatever are available, or I can just put here M. I can put M here, and I'll create one more set for Euro URX. So I can select the same thing, copy. We don't have copy option. So I think we will have to enter manually 8 and 9 EURX. Okay, it's not allowing. It's not allowing. So with the same financial statement item, it is not allowing. Okay, that's fine. So let's see. Let us see the transaction, and we will see. We will come back here and do. Okay, I'm just saving here. It is not allowing me to do a different exchange rate type here. Okay, with the same financial statement item. So just to save it back. So what I've done here, I have maintained the GL account determination for all my currency translations. Okay, I just went into here, taken the chart of accounts valuation area. I'm considering valuation area V2. This is what we've created for group currency, global currency. So I'm selecting even financial statement version. Within this financial statement version, I'm selecting the financial statement items. Okay, just save it back. That's it. Now let us post a transaction. Let's post a transaction. Before we go into it, I think we have already maintained an exchange rate. I'm not sure. What is our global currency? SCC4. It's euro. So it is euro. Okay, fine. Let's see euro. OB08 EURX from currency USD to euro. Yeah, I think we have already maintained a currency. So prior to 14th August, so after 14th August, it is 2. Prior to 14th August, it was 1.086. Okay, so these many USD equals to 1 euro, and these many USD equals to 1 euro. Okay, let's post a transaction considering the date prior to 14th August. So that system will consider this exchange rate, and on 31st of July, when we are running 31st August, right? 31st August when we are running, we can get this exchange rate considered. So let me post a transaction FB01. I will take 13th August 2019. Our current our company code is 124848 and 1308 2019 AUD. So 40 what account, I think, yeah, 1,25,000 is created with currency AUD. I'll say 1,000 profit center 50 2,20,000 1,000. No, so let me take 13th date. Okay, so 3,000. How did this become 3,000? This is based on AUD versus USD. OB08. Let us see AUD versus USD. So prior to 14th, the exchange rate was 3. Now it is 4. So because of that, we can say 3,000. Just to save it. That's it. Now, if you run FAGL underscore FCV, foreign currency revaluation, we have seen this already. Okay, so 31st August 2019, and for for company code currency, we want to consider for global currency, we will have to use V2. Now, since we are running the foreign currency valuation, it is not a translation. So let's consider V1. Okay. And here you can see a document date, posting date along with the reversal posting date. Next, open items are not there. So open item GLs are also not there. GL balances, select this. And since we have considered 1,25,000, right? Select the same thing and execute. Hmm. Okay. So 1,25,000, or you can ignore also here. It will consider all GLs. Just execute. Listed does not contain. What happened? Okay. Let me remove this GL.
The valuation area, is it valuation one or two?
Yeah. Valuation area V1.
Zero.
No, we are not running the global currency thing. Okay. Company code 1,21,000. So we have not maintained an accounting determination for these two. So let's maintain this. It was working fine. So KDF we don't have for 121. So let's 121 is the balance sheet adjustment account. Why 121 it is expecting? 2 lakh 20 is a balance sheet account. That's fine. This we can maintain. But why this is expecting? Deriving the compound error category. Let me just maintain for 2 lakh 20. Let's see. I'm just copying 2 lakh 20, saving. Okay, so we have got two accounts maintained. Let me go back and run this. Yeah, 1 lakh 21. Why 1 lakh 21 is coming in between? FGL underscore FCV 1248 31st August valuation area V1, and I'm selecting GL accounts. Okay, just execute. I still see the same. Normally 121 is not required, but let me just maintain that one also. 1 lakh 21. Okay, let's see. You have something going wrong. So GL accounts, validate GL accounts, just execute. Okay, so we got, but why its system is expecting 121, not sure, but anyways. Okay, so this is the foreign currency valuation. Okay, so we got this thing, two postings. Why we got two postings? One with, you know, foreign currency valuation. 2500, the company code currency, global currency is 125, and this thing currency one, this is a hard currency. This is what the hard currency. Okay, and what is this transaction? Probably some other transaction. Okay, so let me consider the transaction that we have considered just now. Okay, I will just consider only that particular transaction. We have posted little while ago one transaction. This is the one we have posted. Let me consider this document number only. I don't think we have an option to consider, but let's see. I think the other day we tried that.
So can we run valuation multiple times?
Sorry,
Can we run currency valuation multiple times?
foreign currency valuation.
Yeah, can we run it like multiple times?
We can run multiple times.
Okay.
We can run multiple times. But this basically it's a, you know what you call month end activities. Normally we don't maintain multiple times, but yeah, it is not advisable to run, but we can run. So we don't have here the this thing at all, the document number. Yeah, we don't have option to select the particular document number. Okay, that's fine. Let me execute now. So we can see two documents. This is 2500. So which transaction? So probably something else. Not sure about it. This is not our transaction, that's for sure, because our transaction is of 3000. So this is something else.
The valuation we should have where it shows document number.
Sorry, document number.
Yeah, if you go there again, let's check all the tabs. There should be where you could put document number there.
No, we don't have an option here in the GL account. If I select a GL account here,
Yeah, that's
it
it.
it will not. We have tried this thing. In fact, we tried this the other day. See, this here we have. This is the one. This is the one, right? See, if you see over here, 3000, right?
Yeah.
3000. No, AUD Singaporean dollar. This is a Singaporean dollar. We have posted in this thing, right? AUD. So this 9500 will have all those items. This 9500 will have those items. Okay. This 9500 will have those items.
Yeah, can we not select to see in the individual posting?
No, we don't have option. We don't have an option to do that. Yeah. So yeah. So basically we have one among here in this. Okay. So that is otherwise we will have to post using another currency. We'll have to create one GL and with a different currency, post that in that foreign currency. We can do that one also. But anyways, let's go, because this foreign currency valuation, anyways, we have seen that, right? So back.
So if a company want to see the individual posting, they won't be able to, if they want us to print out the individual posting, they won't be able to do that.
Individual postings in the sense each item, right?
Yes, like
I,
no, for
yes, we
example,
can do that. We can do that. I think our configuration talks about that only. Let's see. So in the define valuation methods, execute EVR, double click on EVR. This is the one we are seeing. Post per line item only. Here it is says as post per line item. This is the one which restrict that, which which tells about the line item wise. But I don't think why it is not working. It has to work based on this. But anyways, let me figure that out.
Nanda, can we just try, posting with another currency and see if that works?
No, but still we have to have here, right? So in 9500, why it is not showing? It has to show.
Now, if you can double click on $9,500 and see if they can.
It's not come.
Oh,
No,
it's not coming.
we don't have a detail option here, right? So it does not
Oh,
happen. Here we don't have an option.
Well, how about the glasses up there? If you select that 95, the glasses here after the
Here,
yes, then go up that glasses up there after the two messages.
sorry, two messages.
Yeah, after each, the next one is the glasses. No, yes. Let's see. You select.
No, I've selected that.
Let's see what is next here. Maybe you need to select all the line item.
No, we cannot select all line items, right? Okay, I'm pretty sure why it is happening here.
Can we go to the FBL 3N and see, put that account number and see how that $9,500 comes off?
This is two lakh
Yeah.
20,000. This is a bank GL. Basically, this is a bank GL. This is basically bank GL.
Can
Bank
we see
account.
the, yeah? Can we see the details
One,
in how that came up?
one
9,500.
second. Let me just select 1,25,000. 2,20,000. This is in the local currency. Let's see the transaction currency.
See that,
Document currency.
yeah, that is another issue. It should be showing us company code currency too, right? Local currency too.
One second, let me. No, that originally the transaction was posted in the document currency, right?
Yes, but it should convert into the company code currency too, right?
Yes, it will convert. So here AUD 1000 we have posted. Oh, that has gone. Where is that document currency? Amount in document currency. I just want prior to the tax code. Assign it over here. Just copy it. Now you see here AUD transactions. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,500. This is cleared here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the reason. So totally 9,500, right? 1,000, 2, 3, 4,500, 5,500, 6,500, 7,500, 8,500, and 9,500. This is cleared. So totally 9,500 AUD. And Singaporean dollar, it posted in Singaporean dollar also 3,000 totally. You can see that also there in that list. Now the point is why the transaction is not appearing in 1,25,000. Let's see. We have posted 3,000 document currency. So document currency is this one. Okay. USD is this one. Let me post a transaction with a different amount. So let me say 13/08/2019. 13/08/2019 with AUD 40 1,25,000. I will say 2,500 1,500 and profit center 2,20,000 bank. Okay, 4,500. This is perfect. Save. Someone is changing something. Looks like. What is the problem with this? Currency configuration is inconsistent. Customizing settings. Someone is changing some. Currency configuration of controlling area inconsistent is configured with the currency at 30, but the currency of the client is set to USD. Oh my God, someone is changing. Now someone changed to USD. Okay, someone changed again the currency to USD. So global currency is changed to USD now. Mhm. This is the problem with this system. Okay, so we are fighting here. Someone is changing there. Oh, someone is there. So our controlling area is 1248. When you go here in details, that's the inconsistency. Okay, so what we will do now, what we can do in the currency translation. Okay, I'm just going into the currency translation directly. Let's see, but here there also it will not work because exchange the currency change is changed, right? But anyways, going to accounting, financial accounting, general ledger, and periodic processing, closing, valuate, and here you can see foreign currency valuation. Below to that you can see foreign currency translation. FHGL underscore FC underscore trans TRANS. Okay, our company code is 1248 and just ignore the GL accounts. Let's consider all the GL accounts and let's say 31st August. What is our valuation area? Valuation area is V2. V2 for group currency. Just enter, don't consider specific currency. Generate posting, we are not generating, we want to run that in test run mode. Just execute here. You can see one notification. error, one error. Yeah, that's the same error. Okay, so in order to run this foreign currency translation, we will have to create one more country, one more company code using INR. In INR, the company code currency going to be INR, but group currency going to be USD. Then in such a case, it works properly. But that is, can someone create one GL? I think we can ask Mudasar or someone, right? Mudasar, are you there? If you are seriously busy, then I'll go and create by end of next week so we can run this translation properly. So system settings are being changed very frequently, so that is the problem.
I'll
See,
be a little busy too. I'm in Los Angeles right now. I came here
Lo-
for my friend's wedding.
Los Angeles.
Yep.
Wow. Okay. Fine. Anyways, I'll make that thing happen,
Uh,
but we can do that in the next week.
all right. Thank you, Nanda.
No problem. So the entire thing is happening, but only the problem is that one, the currency translation, the currency settings is changed, right? So that is the problem. So we cannot run this now, right? So this is what basically the currency translation. So what happens in this case is, so it triggers based on the GL what we have assigned, right? And for this, you have this much of new difference, right? So you can see it currency, I mean the journal entry as well. So one is credited, one is debited with the amount, right? Whatever the exchange rate that we have, and we can see. So let me create one more company code with INR, and we can do that on Saturday, next Saturday. Okay, so that's about the foreign currency translation. So, but the configuration, everything is the same. There is no change in that. Ultimately, the configuration is the same. Okay, so any questions on that? So once we run this transaction, what happens is whatever the new exchange rate between company code currency and the global currency, group currency, that will be considered and will be posted here accordingly. Of course, you may have some confusions on the translation front, but that's fine. I mean, we will discuss the same thing. Okay, any other blank questions? Okay, that's fine. So we cannot proceed further now on this because people are changing these things. Already someone is there, see. So still it is showing euro. Lot of inconsistency now. Here it is showing as euro. It has to update automatically as USD, but still it is showing as euro. There it is USD. Okay, that's fine. But ultimately the configuration is perfect and the posting also happening except that error. Okay, so that is what translation. So translation is required only when the business wants to show a true global financial statements reports. Okay, so from company code currency it gets updated into global currency, group currency, using the accounting determination whatever we have maintained. So that's all pretty much clear from the from the GL accounts. I think we have one topic that to be considered. Okay, let me just go here. in the document. We will see if at all we have few more. We can discuss them. Otherwise, we can start APAR. Yeah, recurring entries here. Account assignment model. What this account assignment model is? Yeah, before we get into that, any confusions or any questions on foreign currency translation?
Nanda, I think we can get better picture once this you create the new company code with the INR, then we will get more our I mean doubt will be clear, how the report will looks like. And
So no, that I'm okay with that, but still you have any
no,
confusion?
I don't think so.
Okay, fine. We will discuss that part on Saturday, next Saturday. Okay, so that foreign currency valuation, foreign currency revaluation, we will discuss that on Saturday. So we will cover even the foreign currency valuation again, using INR, and we can see. Then after that, we will run the foreign currency translation. I'll keep the configuration, even the foreign currency valuation, foreign currency revaluation, everything I'll keep ready. So just we will post a few transaction, one transaction, we'll just post one transaction. We will run foreign currency valuation and foreign currency revaluation. Okay, so coming to the account assignment models. What exactly this account assignment model? So it is similar to that of your sample document, right? It is similar to that of your sample document. In sample document, you can call the call the transaction and you can post. We have seen sample documents, right? We will be creating one sample document, and we will call the sample document as and when it is required, and we can post the transaction. So what happens in that case is you can change the amount, or you can change the GL, or so, right? So the account assignment model also works in the similar way, but here you it is just like a fast entry. It is just kind of a fast entry. what what is this fast entry? I think we have an app, but I'm not sure whether we have a transaction code for that. You can easily understand that. One second, let me see this. There is one Fury app for fast entry. So I'll show you that. So why to waste time for this? Okay, right. So fast entry, in the sense, it will be like, the it will be like, 40 debit, 50 credit, and you'll have one GL or here, one GL or here. It means your screen will be like this. It says posting key. I'm just saying G account, amount, cost center, text, whatever you want, it will be like this only. And all you need just is to select the debit credit posting keys, select the GL, relevant GL, amounts, cost center, text, or whatever it is. So this layout is nothing but your account assignment model. You can change this layout. Suppose I don't want cost center, I want profit center, you can do that. Or I want both cost center, profit center, yes, you can do that. I don't want text, you can remove it. So this is what the account assignment model. So let me go here into this account assignment model, define entry screen template. This is basically a kind of a template for us. Okay. Now the path for this is IMG, financial accounting, global settings, document, recurring entries, and account assignment models. Just execute. So these are all the standard one. If you want, you can create your own using Z. You can create, or you can copy it. select this thing and you can copy it. Okay, I'm just double clicking on the first one. Now here, whatever are the items that are here, all these are there. It means posting key there, company code, GL account, tax code, tax jurisdiction, business area, cost center, amount, and all these things, equivalent numbers. Now, apart from that, if you want something else, you cannot directly assign over here. You cannot directly assign over here. How to assign? Just double click on that. It, it will be assigned over here. But since it is a standard, you don't have an option to assign. So the moment I double click here, cannot be changed. It says as cannot be changed. If you want have a new fields, or if you want to have your own, you can go by creating this, or you can just directly create here. You can put some name. Okay, you can create here. I will say number of line item, I would say some two. I would say I just need 2 line items. Okay, now here just you need to just double click here. What is the length that you want? And remember one thing, there is a limit in this, so you cannot select all of them. There is a limit in the the field length. Okay, so the amount length I will just put it as 10. Maximum I'll enter 10 digits of amount here. Amount has come here, see. Now similarly, I can enter multiple things. So I have these many, and I can scroll down here. Company code I need. For company code, I just need 4. So, so first 2 columns, if you see here, first column and length is 10, it is starting from 3. Okay, now the moment I say enter, 3 plus 10, it's 13. Now it is starting from 14th. 14th to 4, it requires 4. 14th, 15th, 17th. The next is going to start with 18. Now what I'll select cost center. Cost center requires 10, I'll say. Then it is starting from 19th. 14th, I mean some calculation, it is taking some calculation. So 4, I mean 15th, 16th, 17th, 18th, I think it is ignoring even 14th also. Right, now if I select something document item, what is the length it is? Right, it is taking, yeah, from 19, it means it is ignoring 19, 20 plus 10, 30, it is taking 30. 19, 14 plus 4, 18, starting with 19. 19 plus 10, 29, starting with a 30. 30 plus 3 plus 10, 13, 4, starting with 14. 14 plus 4, 18, starting with 19. 19 plus 20, 29, 30 plus 10. Now 40. It has to start with 41, I think now. Let me take the other item. I'll say material. So 40, 41 to 40, 81. Next should start with 82. I'll say joint venture. Now you see, not sufficient space. 82 is over. Plus length of 6. Maximum of, see, it says plus length of 6. So it means maximum line width is 32 only. It is saying as 82, sorry, 82 only. So there is a limit on the length. So we will have to consider that while creating your screen variant. Now I'm not saving it.
Nanda,
Just yeah.
uh, I can see there is a some it's in a blue, some is in a black. So what does that mean? What does that
So
signifies?
these are all required entries. The blue ones are
Okay,
all required.
I see. Okay. And also you said in a two line item, what does that mean?
Two line item in the sense you can see in two lines that you can, I'll show you.
Okay.
Okay. Any questions?
No.
Yeah. So we don't have an option to change the standard one. If you double click here, it gives the same message. Back. Okay. This is basically to create a layout for our postings. Now let me get into the transaction. Now here we have a transaction account assignment model FKMT. Transact the path is easy access, accounting, financial accounting, general ledger, accounting and document entry, reference documents and account assignment model. Just select. Here account assignment model, we don't have anything. There is no value here. So what I'll say, account assignment model 1248. Okay. I want to create. So just select the create. Now, in which currency I want to post USD. What is our chart of account? Our chart of accounts is 1248. That's it. Calculate tax, or if you want to do that, you can do equivalent to. There is some point to this. Let me just see. I'm going into help. If this parameter is set, then the equivalence number entry and calculation is used for current account assignment model. Otherwise, the entry is made directly via amounts. This parameter is set, then equivalence number entry and calculation is used for account assignment. I'm not sure what exactly this means is. Okay, so I'm not selecting that. Okay, selecting here display change. Okay, so if you have already created, you can see them. I'll show you that. Okay, just go to details now. This is the layout. This is the layout what we have seen just now. This is what we call it as fast entry. Here posting key, company code, GL account, tax code, jurisdiction, business area, cost center and amount. This is what the layout. This is the layout that we have seen. Now in the header, this is the information we have entered and I'm going into the details. This is what. Okay. Now we have one thing. It's selected area. No header cleared already. Screen template. You can see a screen template here. This is the one we are using now. Okay. And okay, that's fine. Okay, so now basically this is what we call it as fast entry screen. Here we just have to enter posting keys, company codes, GLs and cost center, amount, all those things you can consider. Now if you see over here, one debit transaction is showing in one line, right? In one line. Now, at the time of creating an entry, at the time of creating a layout, you have an option, right? Whether you want to create in one or two. Here, number of line items. If I say two, what does it mean? It means in order to complete one debit transaction, not only you will have one line, you will have the other line also. So in order to complete one one debit or credit, you will have to complete two line items. But here you have only one line item. It means all the fields that you can see in one line item only. But if I say two, it means debit will have here debit, and the entries will go on in the next line to complete. Then we will go for credit. It means you cannot see posting key field for the second line item because we have mentioned it as two line items. Clear? Any questions?
No.
Okay, so you just have to enter whatever you want. So 1248, I'll put some expenditure. You can post all kind of transactions, intercompany transactions, all stuff you can post. Okay, so I'll take salaries. You can take multiple debits, multiple credits also. I'll take multiple debits. So I'll say rent, cost center. I'll say 1000 here. I'll say 1 lakh, 2 lakhs, 2000, and I will say here 50, 2 lakh 20. I'll say 3 lakhs. Okay, I'm just saving now. It will not get posted. It will not get posted. If you see over here, you have just an option. You don't have an option to simulate because the entry is itself here. Okay, just save. Account assignment model was saved, so there is no document number here. We have just saved this. What is our account assignment model code? AAM1248. Account assignment model 1248. Back. You can delete, of course. You can just delete the line item wise. You can delete here. But if you want to delete the entire thing, you can just come up here and you can delete somewhere. You have an option. Yeah, you have an option here. You can delete from here. Okay, so once I create an account assignment model where I have to post this transaction, there is a transaction code F dash 50 or 51, not sure. I don't know exactly the place also, but we can select from here. Think F dash 50 or 51. No, yeah. So this is there in accounts payable. But anyways, okay. F dash 41. The path for this is easy access, accounting, accounts payable, document entry, other, and F dash 41. So we don't have here. I think there should be an entry in general ledger. Okay. Okay, fine. So anyways, we have one F dash 51 or here with clearing. The entry is the path is easy access, accounting, financial accounting, accounts payable, document entry, other, and F dash 51 with clearing. Just enter here, put the date 15th August 2019 and 15th August 2019. Okay, and here we have an option account model. Select this, press enter, press enter. Here you have an account assignment model. System picked up that automatically because you have the only one. Just enter, it will take you to this screen. Okay, here also you have an option to change the current the GL accounts. We have the similar option in sample document also. You can put the same thing, or if you want you can change the amounts and everything. Now here you have an option to do simulate, because we are going to post this transaction. Now here it is highlighted. Why it is highlighted? Because it is expecting one required entry which we have not entered over there. So double click on this, and here you can see due on. So 15th August 2019, and go back to simulate again. Now you can see, just to save. On saving it, you will have a document number. Yeah, the same ledger settings, the same currency transactions, same issue is arising now. But ultimately what happens is, the moment we save it, system will generate an entry. So since we have some changes on the currency settings, so system is not allowing us to post any transaction. Okay, yeah, euro still it has euro. Someone is messing up the total this thing. Here it is USD only, it is not allowing me to change. Okay, so that's all now, because we cannot go further. So total is missing. You want to change the currency type or currency in controlling area. This is not possible because controlling already contains transaction data. If document transaction, the currency can no longer be changed. That's fine, but still.
Nanda, can we delete the transactions, whatever has been posted?
We can delete, but my point is it has to allow. I think we have to do something. I'm not sure what to do. It has to do. Okay, that's fine. Anyways, let me just see. If not, I'll have to create one more country, one more company code and all. I think someone is messing up. This is a testing system, and creating a lot of galata. See now here, currency euro does not match with currency type 30. That's the mess up.
So Nanda, whosoever made change,
Mhm.
how he did it, because he should have the same issue, right? If he wanted to change the currency, the system would have not allowed him to change it, because we have
No,
already posted the transactions.
no, we can change here. We can directly go and change here. If we want, we can take this back again. We can change now.
Yeah.
We can change again. But it is kind of a mess for everyone, right? So someone is doing something now. Again, I've changed. Again, that's a problem to him.
Yeah. So let it be, because even if you just create the new company code, who knows, that somebody might again change it.
Yeah.
See, so why don't we just simply change it here and just continue, rather than you spend a lot of time creating the new company code, and who knows, that somebody might again do it.
Mm. F-51. Let me just say now I just want to simulate. It will not allow me to save because this is a required entry. Without that, system will not allow me to do. I'm just saving now. Say document number posted. Okay, document number posted. One all zeros, 1 4 is the document number posted properly. Clear? So you can call up this sample document, I mean the account assignment model, as many times as you want, and you can post the transaction.
Now, since you already changed the currency, group currency, can we also do the valuations? Because now it will allow us to
Yes,
run that
we
report.
can do. We
Yeah.
can do that. So general ledger, periodic processing, closing, valuate, foreign currency valuations. We want to consider here, and general ledger, GL accounts. I'm just executing. So here we have 3,000, this 9,500. We have seen 9,500, how 9,000, but 1,25,000, why this is not coming up? Okay. Okay. So
So that was not the issue, basically, right?
which one? One
So
lakh 25,000. 1,25,000 is not this issue. The issue was something relating to currency earlier.
yes.
Okay. Now what I'm doing, I'll run it in the real mode. Okay. Just execute. You can see now the journal entries.
Mm.
Okay. You can see now journal entry. This is about the local currency to, document currency to the local currency. Now we will see foreign currency translation. FAGL underscore FC underscore trans. Just enter here. Company code is 1248. I'm not considering any GL account, but the company, the date going to be 31st August. Now this is for group valuation, global currency valuation. So I will have to consider V2. I will have to consider V2. I don't want to generate now postings. I'm just executing to see if everything is perfect. Now there are no issues on this as well. Okay, no issues, no operating concern. That's fine, not a problem. Okay, so postings you can see now. All these transactions, because we have multiple transactions, right? So uh, we can get them clearly. we can get them clearly. So what you can do is you just do one thing. Okay, you just do one thing in your company code. Just go here, and if you have euro currency, what you just need is go into OB58. If you have euro currency, make it as USD to euro, right? USD to euro. Don't make it in fractions. Put it in 1, 2, or 3, 4, like that. If you keep the fractions, then this becomes very difficult for us to trace. It is very tough for us to see. Okay, it is very tough for us to see. Now, the calculation, how does the system will calculate the amount? Okay, now I'll tell you the calculation process, but we have multiple transactions, right? So which one to consider? Okay, that's fine. I mean, so what we will do, I'll create one more company code and I'll just show you the calculation. This is very important, the calculation process. It does not, uh, let me tell you the calculation process. Suppose in our example, 31st August 2019, we have posted one transaction, right? We have posted a transaction on this AUD, AUD to USD. Between AUD to USD, 1 AUD equals to 3 USD. Okay, on this date, we have posted 1000 AUD, that became as 3000 USD. Correct? That became as 3000 USD. This is in the case of FCV, foreign currency valuation. But whereas in the case of foreign currency translation, how does it happen? Okay, now on 13th August, this is the valuation. On 31st August, let's see, on 31st August 2019, we have again made it as AUD to USD. We have made it as AUD to USD. Now, during this time, the exchange rate made it as, we made the exchange rate as 4 USD. Now on 31st August, the AUD is the same 1000, but 4000 is our USD. Okay. Now this foreign currency translation, we are doing it on 31st August only, right? We are doing it on 31st August. Now, what system does is, system does not consider 4000 happened on this thing. System considers the original value of USD. It does not consider 4000, it considers 3000 while calculating the foreign currency translation. You know what I mean? So now foreign currency translation is between USD and Euro. Though the exchange rate on this, let's say between USD and this thing, 1 USD equals to, let's say, 0.75 euro on this date. So system will calculate, you know, based on that, 1 USD equals 0.75. So 3000 into 0.75, it will be 2250 euro. System will calculate 2250. Okay, 2250 it will calculate. Now, this is what the calculation we have seen. When you are posting any transaction, if you are posting other than the company code currency AUD, it gets converted into the company code currency, group currency, and hard currency, whatever you have. It happens based on the exchange rate what we have maintained. Do you have any questions until here?
No.
So this happens automatically. This is what we have seen many times. Now, the thing is, in the case of foreign currency valuation, what system does is, system will take 3000 and here the exchange rate, the revised exchange rate is 4, and 1000 will become 4000. The difference 1000, it can be a gain or loss. That is what we have seen in the case of foreign currency revaluation, foreign currency valuation. Similarly, system while calculating the foreign currency translation, system does not consider this 4000. System considers 3000 only while calculating the translation. Let's say on this date the exchange rate was this, but on 31st the exchange rate revised to 0.7 euro. You have a difference in this, right? You have a difference in this. The currency, the USD is going to be the same. USD will not be changed to this 4000. System will consider same 3000 and make it as zero point 0.7. It means 2100 euro. So system will not consider 4000 into zero point 0.7, 2800. This is not the approach that system follows. Why I'm stressing more? Because this 4000 is the revalued value in the foreign currency valuation, and system does not consider this 4000. System will consider the original value at the time of posting a transaction while calculating the foreign currency translation. So 3000 will be considered 3000 into zero point 0.7, 2400, 2100, that 150 will be either a gain or loss. Any questions here?
No, we are okay.
Right. So this is very important. So in some interviews, people ask this question. People will give you this scenario and ask you this question. This is, when any interview is happening on foreign currency valuation or foreign currency related, people might ask this question. This is important point. Okay, so system will consider 3000 only while calculating the gain or loss in the case of foreign currency translation. So this is what on the whole, the same thing is happening here. But since we have multiple transactions, it is very difficult for me to trace and give you that picture. It is happening based on that only. Okay, it is happening based on that. So here you can see global currency, group currency. It all these are happening based on that. Okay, so I think it is better, let's create one company code, Indian company code, and we can see this part. I mean, it does not take much time for us, but only the thing is I have to take the complete configuration. Okay, I'll keep the configuration ready, the required configuration ready. We just run this transaction for half an hour, then we can finish foreign currency valuation, foreign currency translation, and we can proceed from there. Any questions here?
No, Nanda.
Clear? So this is what basically the GL we have. Still we have to do the intercompany, but we can do that intercompany thing once we complete APAR. Okay, because intercompany happens using the the customers and vendor concept. So we will do that once we complete APAR, accounts payable and accounts receivable. We'll see if at all we have any miscellaneous topics we can discuss, but more or less these are the transactions, these are the items that are there. Okay, so you can just go and find out some, you know the reports, basically the report things. FBL3N is one of the important reports here. Interest calculation again will come in accounts receivable, accounts payable. Okay, and you have one, I think we have already discussed about this financial statement version F.01 here 1248. This is important. What do you call the transaction code? Our financial statement version is this. We have layouts, classic list, ALV grid. I'm just selecting ALV grid, execute. You can see our financial statements. See here, financial statement item. This is the what we have discussed. These are the items. Okay. Or if you select the other option, ALV tree and execute, you can see this way. You can expand current assets like this. Okay. So similarly, we miss the other one. So select the first one, classical list. The report shows indifferently. That's the difference. Okay, so this is what basically the GL. Just go through all of these, then we will continue our APAR from tomorrow. So if you guys are fine to start from tomorrow APAR, then we are fine. Otherwise, we can discuss from Monday. I mean, it's up to you. If you want one day to cover, the entire revision part, I'm fine. Or if you want a daytime, that's fine. Or if you want me to continue APR from tomorrow, that is also fine for me. This is up to you.
I think we can start from tomorrow.
Just how about the others?
I don't know. George, speak up.
So we can start either tomorrow or Monday, the accounts payable. Tell me your voice, please. I need your voice.
Raghu, George,